Welcome to Week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Packers and the 49ers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right away between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting on pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people. But I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 draft, a guy with something to prove, Iowa State's career passing leader. And that's Brock Purdy.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now with Purdy. And that will be incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Time to meet the Green Bay offense, and the player in charge of it, first rounder from the 2020 draft out of Utah State, Jordan Love.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. To throw on 2nd and 6. Love steps away, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. And it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. On second down, it's Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ford, that got in there to bring him down. Well, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He'll keep it himself. Trucks over him. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. Well, the 49ers and Packers, they've played some big games through the years. You think about just recently, the NFC title game in January of 2020. That was the day that Raheem Mostert ran wild, kind of out of nowhere. The 49ers advanced to Super Bowl 54. They also met this past January in Lambeau, and that, if you recall, was a game without a lot of offense. The two teams battling the elements. It was a 15-degree night, really cold, but the 49ers got a block punt return for a touchdown late, and then Robbie Gould won it with 0. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kingsley Enagbare buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. They have pressure coming, and they got him once again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 3rd down, Love. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
On 1st down, Purdy. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Purdy sets up to throw again. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they're going to get this up to midfield. They'll try and pick it up. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Packers pick it up. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
The Packers offense set to go. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Play action this time with Love. Rolling to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
Look, there's no question in my mind that Jordan Love is a pass-first quarterback, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have the wheels to get out of dodge when necessary. So you will see Green Bay occasionally throw a quarterback run play in there, but for the most part, he'll do his damage with his legs when a play breaks down and he has to get out of the pocket and try and gain yardage.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Love now. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now the number 8 rusher in the NFL last season, it's Elijah Mitchell. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early in the first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 34. He's going to keep this again. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards and the first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. And let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And a short gain here down to the 22. Here's Purdy. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. This one from 46 yards out. Gonzalez's kick is good, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Sliding under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return, here comes Newsome. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13. Now it's the backup Darnold. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Faking the give, Darnold. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Hetling to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw it here. Hetling. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The Packers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Oren Burks. and into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On second down now. Goodson. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw, Etling. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A good return there, 17 yards. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On second down, here's Mitchell. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kingsley Enagbare. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold.
Screenplay setting it up for Mitchell.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now it's Darnold. That's caught out right by Jennings. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
1st down, here's Mitchell.
13 yards there and a Niner 1st.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun.
That's complete to the tight end, Werner. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. A give running right is Mitchell.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Another drive coming up for this Packers offense.
The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Etling. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Newsome now on the return. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Play action. It's Darnold. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jennings. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go with the option. Coming right.
Oh, Darnold loses it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something? That guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? Jennings lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
And now the Packers get set to go.
They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. On 2nd and 9. Etling. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Etling to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Etling.
Quick slant complete to Melton.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
You doing okay over there, partner? Because that's yet another sack in this game that you just had to call. We're not even at halftime yet. No wonder this team has the lead. What an effort by the defense right from the word go. The adjustments at halftime, they're going to have to be big, or this could really get ugly in the second half.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away.
Mevis knocks this one through.
And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
But trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. Meanwhile, for the Niners, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Back to throw now on first down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now a handoff up the middle. Goodson, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, Darnold. That is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he powers his way up past the 30. To throw is Darnold. Completes it to Jennings.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Darnold running the option to the right side. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A handoff from Mitchell running left. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the 50, it's Darnold.
Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
The Packers ready to take over offensively. They'll have good field position at midfield following the turnover as they start with a 1st down here.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to take over here up near the 40.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work.
And Darnold, he lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
On for the extra point try, Andrew Nevis.
And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Kingsley Enagbare bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Third and long, it's Darnold. Hard throw, incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. This offense returning out there, and really you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Here's Hetling to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Darnold. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And here's Darnold to keep it.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Here's Darnold.
And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Etling eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. They'll throw it here. Etling.
This pass complete to Melton.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Goodson.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
From just shy of midfield, Etling got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Etling. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. On 2nd down, Goodson. And look at this for the 2nd straight play. The 49er defense drops him for a loss. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Mevis knocks this one through.
And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. This is fielded at the 27. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
To about the 35, 2nd down.
On 2nd down now. Goodson.
And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a handoff up the middle. Goodson. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. They're going to look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
A lot of pressure here on the kicker, Andrew Mevis.
This to swell the lead to 6. And that is no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. From just shy of midfield, Darnold. Johnson with a completion over the middle.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now Darnold.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
The Packers offense set to go.
And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
From the 22, Etling. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Etling. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Back to throw here. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
A first down throw, Darnold.
That's caught by Werner, the tight end.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Darnold now to throw.
That's complete to the tight end, Werner.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Jennings lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Try the right side with Mitchell.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Well, yeah, if you've got the defense laying back, maybe that option works. But if you're coming hard on 3rd down,
it doesn't work because you force the hand of the quarterback and the runner too quickly, and most of the time, unsuccessfully.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away.
Gonzalez's kick is good.
And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or in this case, a field goal.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
Etling to throw it. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Javon Kinlaw busting through to get him for a loss of 6. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line.
We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing just outside his own goal line.
On the return, here comes Newsome. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Flushed, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Etling. Under pressure, and down he goes. Kerry Hyder, his 2nd sack of the night.
And he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They'll start with the option.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Darnold on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Darnold.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Packers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Now remember now, no overtime here in the preseason, so in a tie game, this ought to be a fight to the finish. Etling's throw pulled in by Milton. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Goodson down to about the 32. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Goodson. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And the question now, can they get closer on third down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
They'll run on first down. Goodson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. And the kick is good. The young rookie coming through like a 10-year vet. And there'll be some happy cheeseheads tonight as the Packers have won the game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.